morning, Jenna. Good morning, Jenna.
Morning.
How are you? It's coming up.
Yes, ma'am. Yep, but I'll join from there.
Ah, we're portable.
Yeah.
Good morning, Cheryl. Hi, Kathleen and Teddy. Hi, guys. Good morning if you're replaying. This is March 20th, the equinox. And so, the spring equinox, and today is a new moon. So we're at this incredible moment of refresh. This is nature's New Year Day. And so it'll be backwards, but this is called Hello Goodbye. And it's 75 different rituals and such good ideas. So was reading last night on, it's the season of the hidden and the revealed. After the long haul of those dark and cold winter months, we now arrive back to the season where light and warmth reign. So much life that's been in incubation is now popping out its head, ready to live in the world. While spring craves release, it's also escorted by a robust vulnerability. Release is risky. There was safety and containment in the dark. The wildness of spring is the loss of that control. Spring brings sweetness, newness, and vitality, but it also breaks things and gives birth to uncertainty. As new life is pushed forward, it is exposed to the wild and unpredictable. Suddenly, what was hidden is seen. What was slowly gathering is quickly escaping. What was manageable is chaotic. What was familiar is now uncertain. The solid ground of winter breaks open and reveals the volatility of a blossoming spring. And that shift, I can certainly feel that shift in my world. So many colleges, schools, transitions, things going on. And so there's this wonderful suggestion. So here's a bowl that my mom gave to Lily Kate and a thin piece of paper. And onto this, we're going to put two things. So we have what will release and what will grow. And then I'm going to crumple it up and burn it in the bowl. And then you put a seed with the ash and you take it outside, and the seed grows out of the ash of what you no longer need. So I release complaint, comparison, and gossip from my words. I release the ways I diminish myself. I release the ways I distract and fragment my attention. And I release the momentum of negative thinking and fear that can change the course of what would otherwise be good. They seemed like fairly universal things to get rid of. And so, if I take our fantastic birthday candle, may our spring bring freedom and growth, right? So I light my little paper. Can you see that? And that's our intention, that those may pass, that somehow they served us, that's why we chose them, and then they pass. Diminishment, negativity, distraction, and fragmentation, totally going. And then after practice, I'll put a seed in it and I'll take it outside. So if it strikes you, bring it to your people and help them have a ritual. We don't have many as Westerners, and most of them involve buying something or eating something. Awesome. However, our light goes on, so may we have a rewarding class that takes us where we need to go and leaves us higher than we started. And so we begin. Happy solstice, equinox, the vernal equinox, the beginning of spring. We're going to start on our backs today. We've been standing so much. And so if you set yourself up with your things all around, and we'll get into some twists and lying on your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Hold your knees wide, rock a little side to side so that you feel the low back widen and settle. Keeping hold of the left, open the right, flex your foot, open and close your right hand, roll through your ankles and your toes like your body is yawning, and then bring it back, hand to shin, left leg long, left hand high, roll through the ankle, open and close the left hand, let the body yawn, open hips and shoulders, and then center, open right, exhale, center, open left, exhale, center. Find that rhythm. On the exhale, draw your navel to your spine. You're pressing out through your heels. May my words grow clear and strong, supportive of what I want to see in the world, what I want to point out, what I want to name. Now you can keep it right there, or using just your legs, do a piston and press and press. If it gets your low back, put your hands into your hips. You can put your head to the floor. We're just going to press, press. So it's a little more active. It's a little higher up in the abdomen. We're just going 30 seconds right here. Ha. 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 Navel draws down towards the low back. 5, ha. 4, ha. 3, 2. Good. Put your feet flat for your hands if they were caught. Arms wide. You'll make your left knee into a great circle, sweeping wide, coming in. And if you like, extend out into that right foot so that we're starting down in the base of the body, in the hips, in the low belly. And reverse your direction, starting with a bent knee. It can be slow and small. It can be huge and quick. Extend out into your foot. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Put your right hand behind your head and your left hand rising up to tap your heel. And then right leg opens and left hand to tap. And open and tap. And open and tap. And 5. Ha. And 4. Ha. And 3. And 2. Good. And change sides. So the left knee circles. And these circles are so useful and important. Getting us into the range of our hip without any weight. And then reverse your direction. Now extend the leg. Forgive me. Here we go. How it changes your breathing And now we'll change direction. Bent knee, low abdomen is busy, holding. And then the leg lengthens out for 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Left hand behind your head, right hand to tap the left heel, and then open out and tap. Open, tap. Inhale, exhale. 3, 2, 1. Good. Extend your legs, heels wider than your mat. Interlace your fingers. Press the palms away from your head and shake out your knees up and down. Wag your tail side to side. Shake out the feet. So just keep moving through the feet and the knees and the hips, making length. Wagging out the low body, loosening the spaces between your toes, the grip of the ankle. Bend your knees. Keep your heels very wide. Let your knees now go side to side. And as your knee drops inside, give it a little moment, a little bit longer, and then you change. And the knee drops down, and a little change. And so you give it a little time, and you're lengthening deep inside from the inner thigh across the hip and into the low back. Good, and then walking your feet flat, put your elbows down beside you, and we'll just flow into bridge. So that same gesture, now both knees falling in towards each other that we just did, knees side to side. Let your knees fall in. Press your heels down, knees fall in, hips come up, hands overhead, knees still falling in. And then elbows down and roll down through the spine. Stand in the heels, knees fall in, hips up, hands up, heart up. And roll down so that the abdominal work that we did roll up. We lengthen it out, we even it out, and roll down. 2 more. Heels down, hips up, knees in, heart up, and roll down. We'll go one more time and we'll stay at the top. So heels down, hips up, knees fall in, hands fall up. Little side to side with the hips, you'll feel the inner thigh, the inner pelvis, elbows down only. Walk your shoulders under you and stay. Fall into the base of the big toes. Fall into the inner thighs. Let your kneecaps go forward. Let your shoulders drop down. And that length through the low back. And then roll your way down. Good. Draw your right knee in and interlace your fingers. Bring it close. Left leg long and up and down. So we're really getting organized in the low body. 3, 2. Good. Put your right foot to the center line. Take your left ankle over your right knee. Arms go wide. And now the knee and the ankle wash side to side. So we're putting it together. We're starting to get a little deeper into the chest, into the spine. Letting the navel grow long, feeling it all the way through the connective tissue underneath your arms. The next time that your knee drops to the right, bring your left foot with it and put your left foot on the floor. And your right hand comes to your left inner knee and you send it away. So I'm resting on my right outer foot, relaxing my right inner thigh, sending my left knee away, my left foot to the floor, my left arm wide like a wing. And breath into the left side body. back into the center. And you can pause right there, sending your left thigh away, or interlace your fingers behind your right thigh and bring the whole thing closer. Draw your nose up towards your knee and then open away. And 2 more. Rounding in and rolling open and rounding in. Ah, excellent. Foot to the floor, left foot wide, right arm wide, right leg long, left hand holds your left inner thigh, stay 3. So now let the left inner thigh open, let the right arm go wide in the opposite direction to complete the movement of this hip. And bring it back into the center. Interlace your fingers over the left shin, keep it close, right heel high and low. Inhaling up and down. Inhale, exhale. So we'll come into some salutes in just a jiffy, but you'll feel the foundation that you've laid here is significant. 3, 2. And put your left foot to the floor, cross your right ankle over the left knee, arms wide, and it goes side to side. The thing about twists is they are often showing us one side versus the other. How one side is stickier or shorter or longer than the other. And that changes on any given day. Go one more time, and then when your left knee falls wide, your right foot comes to the floor. Left hand to the left thigh, wide open. And then we soften, relaxing the left outer foot on the floor, the left outer knee to the floor. The right thigh and hip loosen. The right shoulder falls, the right fingers soften. And all of that creates a real length deep inside the right side, abdomen and hip. And back into the center. Right hand to your right thigh, press away, which can be great. If you want to go further, interlace your fingers behind the left thigh, bring it up, bring it in, and then open. Exhaling in, inhaling, open. Two more. Left foot to the floor, right hand to your right inner thigh, press the right leg straight and draw the left leg straight and left arm wide as a counterbalance just for 3. Pressing your right thigh into your right hand, pressing your right heel as though into the wall, your left heel down and away. And then both knees in, hold your shins, roll yourself forward and back. Roll up, hands down, hands, knees. Child's pose as you fold back, make your way in. Sweep your hands back, rise up, lift up, look up. If you need to, lift your hips. And then sweep wide and slide yourself forward. Come forward, find your cobra, wag of the tail, settle in, chest is broad. And then hands, knees, tuck toes, lift hips, arms out, legs long. 3. So extending from the heart into the base of your thumbs and into base of your first finger. Let your heels lift, let your knees bend, let your tail rise. Step your right foot up. Find a lunge before you start. And knee to the floor, hands up. Opening the chest. And then hands down. Step up. Hands wide, sit down, thumbs up, heart up, stand up, palms together, down your back, elbows in, and let go, look up, and fold. Right foot back, lunge first, then knee down, hands up high, and down. Step back, down dog. 3. Knees bend, heels high, arms extend. So by bending your knees, you take out the rounding in your low back. And then knees to the floor, heart to the floor. Cobra, peel open. And then child's pose, send it back. Take a breath. We go to the other side, reach up and back. And back down to the floor. These water salutes. Draw forward, hips forward, heart up. And down dog. 3. Knees soft, hips up, heels up, arms long. Step your left foot up to lunge. And then knee down, hands up, lift up. And sit down. Step up. Hands wide, sit down, thumbs up, heart up, stand up. Down the back, elbows in, and let go. And widen out. And left foot, lunging. And knee down, hands high. And folding. And down dog. High plank to the floor. Peel open. And we'll do one more full round of that water salute. So child's pose, let it be lighter. Less about the pose and more about, imagine holding a cup and pouring the water from one cup to another. Rise up, pour yourself up, and then reach out and pour yourself down. And draw yourself forward and rise and press back, down dog. And the right foot pours forward and the left knee down and the hands up high and all the way down. Step up. Sweep wide, sit down, thumb up, heart up, palms together, down the back, and let go. And widen. Right foot, right knee, up and out, and down. Step back, down dog. High plank to the floor. Heel open. And press back. Sweep back, rise up, pour up. Sweep wide, pour forward. Draw forward, inhaling, opening. Press back, downward facing dog. Left foot up. Right knee down, hands up high. And down. Step up. Sweep wide, sit down, thumbs up, heart up, stand up, palms together, down the back, elbows in. Let go, look up. And fold. Left foot. Right knee, hands high. And down. Step back, down dog. High plank to the floor. To cobra. And child's pose. Walk your hands a big step to the right. And drop your left elbow and your left shoulder and your left hip back and down. Walk your hands over to the left side and the left shoulder. The right elbow drops, the right hip drops. Drop your head. And up into the center. Bring your knees together, bring your feet flat, come a little forward, maybe a bend to the elbows, and then just press back and start to firm the pressure into your hands. So it's an exhale as you come forward, it's an inhale as you come back. You're reaching your tail back towards your heels. You're hugging your knees together. You're hugging your feet together. Just for 3, and back. And for 2, and back. That we could begin to sustain ourselves, sustain our strength. Last one. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. And from that strength, right away, heart into hands. Extend down, knees soft, hips high, legs long, toes long. You are preparing yourself for what lies ahead. And in that preparation, you're making a quality of newness. Rather than carrying forward what you have done, you're beginning to make space for what you will do. High plank. Come onto the outer edge of your left foot and your right foot flat. And you turn your right foot perpendicular to the center line of your mat, shoulder over the left wrist, feet square. Stand in your left heel, lift your right hand high. Spin the palm to face the top of the mat. As you take your hand high, lift your hips by standing in your right foot. And now revolve your heart toward the sky. 3. Stand in your right foot. Reach into your left leg. Scissor your thighs. 2. Open the whole right side. Right knee towards your right heel. Just as you did lying on your back. And then high hand. Bring it down, set it down. You'll come to the opposite side. So high plank, outer edge of your right foot. Step your left foot halfway up. Turn the toes out. Right shoulder over right wrist. Left hand high. Turn your left palm to the front. Hug your hips high. Draw your left knee towards your right heel and reach over head. Inner thighs gather together, navel strong. So everything we've done right here, our push-ups, our twists, hips high, bowing the left side, roll the left side open. Left hand high, look down, set down, step back, downward facing dog. Okay. Step your right foot up, find the center of the mat, and come onto the outer edge of your right foot. If you need to, you can block your hands. So I'm on the outer edge of my right foot. My right knee is going a little bit wide. I'm on the ball of my back foot, and I'm going to make circles with my hips. And I'm getting into the outer hip. I'm using my navel to lift me up and around. 3, 2, and pause. Hands down, step back, down dog. Always good to have something new. Left foot to the center line, right foot, take it up high. And bend your right knee, bend your left knee, bend your elbows, wrap it in, straighten all the way out to the tips of your toes. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, wrap your elbows in, extend out, extend up. And then bend your right knee and reach your right heel back as though you would stand it on the wall to your left. And then the right foot comes down. Down dog, knees soft, arms long. I'm feeling how as we get some length in the legs, the breath has more space. That's what we're going for. Left foot steps up. Last one. So outer edge of the left foot to the floor. Fingertips or blocks. And now can you find
circles. It's such a crazy move, but it's allowing us to get into the parts of our hip that we very often ignore. Change your direction, hooch yourself around, let it into your chest and your head. Let yourself get a little wonky in there. And then stepping back, put your feet together, put your hands flat, lift your left heel. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, wrap your elbows, and extend into your feet. So you made some disorder with the circles. Bend your elbows, bend your knees, wrap your elbows, reach out. And now you're taking that disorder, which was a loosening, and you're giving it order. Bend your left knee and press your left heel behind you as though to put it on the right side wall, so that you begin to open the pelvis. Keep the knee bent, keep the heel on the wall, keep your left hand anchored into the floor. Open the pelvis, the inner thigh, lift your left knee, and then bring it back down. And we'll just shake that out for a minute. Walk your feet up, drop your seat, come to stand. We'll change it into a breath. Heels tap, 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 tap. Wag the shoulders, wag the spine, wag the ribs out through the hands. Feel that you've made some space in the hips, some heat in your body. And then both heels, both hands, just very light. And when you're tapping, you're creating the sensation through the nervous system. Ground is here. I'm not floating around in the ether. Ground is here. Awesome. Turn your hands side to side. So that which we shook loose, that which we burnt down, distribute it, get it all the way out through your fingers. So that from the legs, we're starting to come up into the navel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make fists, hold a bucket, draw your left elbow up, your right hand down, and then change, and then change. And you're pulling your hand up as high into your armpit as you can. You're lifting your elbow as high as you can. In. Open the sides of your spine. Spreading the ribs. 5, go. 4, go. 3, go. 2, go. Good. Sit up tall. Fingertips to your shoulders. Right elbow circles, then the left elbow circles. And your chin follows the elbow so that we're getting higher up in the body, all the way into the neck and into the throat. 3. Through the inner armpit, feel how it's long through the center of your abdomen, down through your navel. 2. Good. Thumbs at your temples, hands at your heads, elbows in, open. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, excellent. 1, hands out. So my palms touch, my knees are soft, my base is strong. Up and around, and I look at the hand and I follow it back to the center. Left hand comes up, I watch it go back. I take it down into the center, up and around and back, and up and around. So feel through the
sides of the neck. Your hand clearing the space around you, widening the charge of your heart. Three, two, one. So we go in, out. Out the mouth, in the nose. How deep you bend is up to you. Putting it all together. Navel is the center, anchoring into your feet, up and through the spine. Three, two, one. Hands stay down. Pause. Notice that you could radiate in all directions, right from the navel. The abdomen is strong. The hips are broad and circular. The legs are long and strong. The chest is lifted. The mind is clear and bright. And that is the foundation for the original you. And we sit up tall and just take a beat. Just take a beat. And let yourself land. Any adjustment, if you need to make little circles into your seat, set yourself up. I am this. I am this. Sitting tall. Getting my legs warm. It is cold here. All right. Om Namo. May we find our way to our original selves. The self of all selves. The one that we share. The self that shares us. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Coming a little further into the sacredness of yourself. Spine tall, seat steady, interlace your fingers, palms press away. Smoothing out the breath to begin. Going in for 3 or 4. Out for 3 or 4. Just start there. And as your breathing smooths, becoming circular and symmetrical, pause. So in for 4, pause for 4, out for 4. And as you're ready, the arms extend out from the shoulders. Arms are firm, heart is high. Just 30 more seconds. Inhaling for 4, pausing for 4, out for 4. And then your next inhalation, take your hands up high, make little cups. Inhale, 3 more sips. Tuck your chin, pause, gather the pelvic floor so that you're becoming very stable. You're holding your energy in a clear shape. You're directing it. So the chin up and the elbows down and the breath out. So the original you is part of an order, organized. It isn't wild. It has wilderness, but there is an order. Interlace your fingers, same thing, pressing away, in for 4, pause for 4, out for 4, but this time out with a cannon breath, the mouth in an O, the sound of a as you let it out. So either arms stay down or arms press out. Find your breathing, pause your breathing. One more. Hands up high, inhale. 3 sips. Tuck your chin, gather the pelvic floor. Close the base, close the top, tuck of the chin. Then lifting your chin, bend your elbows, bring it down. Notice, again, order. The new moon. the fallow field. We're preparing the soil. We're choosing the seeds. What will we nourish for the next 14 days? How will the moon carry our intentions into fruition? This is that open field. This is the aspect of you that can grow anything. Often what stops us is our ability to digest what has happened. And so interlacing the fingers, pressing away, this inhale, pausing full, and then moving the abdomen, clearing, preparing the field. What is done is done. Emptying out the navel and then out the mouth. So we go, inhaling, pausing full, pumping the belly. And out. So your pace, working up to 11 pumps. You're washing the inner organs. You're washing the mechanism by which you make sense of things. Break them down. Keep what you keep and release the rest. Three more rounds. Inhale. Hands up, little cups if you chin. Chin up, elbows down. Sit for a beat. Notice. Removing the stones and sticks and debris from our field so that what we plant can grow. The original you is unlimited, made to host a crop of tobacco, sunflowers, a vineyard, an orchard, to do one thing forever, to do something different in each quadrant, in each year, to be tangled, to be wildflowers. This is your spring. Let your thumbs lock down the last three fingers. Let your first finger point up. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. So you're making these tight, quick, strong circles. You're distributing that energy of possibility, of emergence all throughout your body. Long, deep breathing, so much so that you can feel it bounce your seat. Just steady breathing. The breath holds us stable so that the circles can serve us, but we are not rattled or shaken. 10 seconds. And hands up high. Inhale, hook your thumbs, 3 sips in. And gather the pelvic floor up to the navel, the heart up, the chin in, the spine tall. Holding all that energy in the body, the fingers spread, the palms open, the seat clear. And the chin up, and the arms release, and the hands come down. Wooden is useful. The stuff of stars is in our soil. This whole physical body of ours comes from the food we eat. And the food we eat is the conduit. The star stuff of the soil made as asparagus and onions, mint and rice. It is carried to us, into us, as us. On the inhale, feel your chest expand. That star brightening and expanding at the center of the chest. And on the exhale, returning bright, distilled, condensed in the body. You become dexterous with your light. And then on the inhale, draw it, rather than outward, draw it in, fill down through the abdomen, down through the navel, down into the pelvis. Let it slosh into the bowl of your seat. And on the exhale, rise back up to the heart. Roots of light. Be watered with light. Let the pelvis increase its capacity for light, the low belly, the fluidity, food, shelter, money, work, sex, partnership, expression. Let that all expand. Soaking in light. There is always more than enough. And the last step that we add from the inhale, the heart takes the energy down into the pelvis. And on the exhale from the pelvis, a white line of light all the way to the top of your head. Inhale from the heart down into the pelvis. And on the exhale from the pelvis, a line of light up through the body to the crown of the head. And let go of all of it. You are watered with light. And this makes an axis of light, a seam of light from the seat to the crown. As you're ready, the hands sweep wide, reaching high, palms together and down the middle. And we'll finish with 3 Oms. A in the belly, U in the chest, M in the head. Inhale, go wide. Thumbs at the heart. Om Shanti Shanti, peace, peace, perfect peace. A crop of peace. A field of peace. A sky of peace. Thumbs to the forehead center. Namaste. Happy equinox. Plant your seeds. Burn down what you're done with. Take the ash. Put it to good use. Mm-hmm.